Welcome back, everybody, to XFW here at Bloodsword 6 Streaming. We're back in the Bloodsword 6 studio after a very, very, very weird afternoon over in Yamamoto Industries. Wow, what an experience we can tell you here. It was very cold atmosphere over there, very, very military-like. Not allowed to go in the rooms. You got to get escorted to the bathroom. It was a very weird place. Dr. Yamamoto didn't even speak to any of us while we were there. And again, folks, if you tuned into the midday special that we had, well, the unimaginable happened as the machine was taken down by Thunderbolt Alpha. Now, we did have some, we're going to have some footage as we're trying to get some stuff. Sherry Rogers, thank you for liking the stream. Thank you for putting Stacey Keebler and her awesome little tookus on the screen for everyone. Let me get my microphone cord out of here. This is a little annoying. There we go. Let's get that out of there. Again, it was a very weird afternoon, but Thunderbolt Alpha taken down the machine. Now, again, we're trying to get some footage from that broadcast as John Rogers, thank you for making Stacey wiggle. As Thunderbolt Alpha seemed to have some kind of card up his hand, is activating something on his wrist, and it looked like the machine had fizzled out, sparks coming off him, something. Essentially, it looked like somehow Thunderbolt Alpha hacked into the armor that was on the machine. But regardless, Goliath has fallen. Jesse Lee Simmons, thank you for liking the stream. But folks, we're not going to dwell on that. We'll talk about that more throughout the show. Let's get down to ringside for kicking off XFW War Zone here tonight on this fantastic Saturday night. Thank you all for the likes and the shares already that we received. Thank you for tuning in. Here comes Hiro Katsuyori.
The contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Oita, Japan. Weighing in at 244 pounds, Hiro Katsuyori.
Hiro Katsuyori making his way down to ringside. Katsuyori doing a phenomenal impact here in XFW. Came very close to capturing the Internet Championship some time ago. John Rogers, yes, Long Stacy on the scene. But tonight could be Katsuyori's biggest night of his career as he goes one-on-one with Pedro Ortiz Jr. And everyone here at Bloodsword 6 Streaming XFW want to wish XFW superfans John and Sherry a very, very happy anniversary. And thank you guys for being fans of XFW. Here comes the former World Heavyweight Champion now.
And his opponent from Juarez, Chihuahua, Mexico. Weighing in at 205 pounds, Pedro Ortiz Jr.
Pedro Ortiz Jr. making his way out to the squared circle. Pedro Ortiz Jr., one of XFW's biggest superstars, a massive fan favorite. Former XFW heavyweight champion. Again, this is going to be the biggest match of Hiro Katsuyori's career since joining us here with XFW. Wayne Jaworski, thank you for liking the stream. Thank you for putting Stacey Keebler back on the screen for all of us to enjoy. There's the bell, folks, and we are off and running. Pedro Ortiz Jr. starting things off with a drop kick right to the chest of Hiro Katsuyori. Pedro tackles for a second time. Katsuyori cuts him off and lands him with a shot right to the back. Looked like Ortiz wanted to avoid any close quarters fighting there at the beginning. Right now, Katsuyori lighting up the former World Heavyweight Champion. Katsuyori with a springboard stunner. I've not seen him pull that off before. That was outstanding. And Katsuyori takes another drop kick square to the chest. Katsuyori now writhing a little bit. Those drop kicks. Pedro Ortiz Jr. is not large in size or stature, but the man knows how to land an impact. He knows how to make his mark. Katsuyori definitely has a size and strength advantage over the former heavyweight champion right now as he's putting the shoulders into the midsection of Ortiz. A win for Hiro Katsuyori tonight could really excel his career, as Pedro Ortiz Jr. is a staple here in XFW, one of the biggest stars we have. Again, the drop kick from Pedro Ortiz knocks Katsuyori on his ass. Big right hand now from Ortiz. Ortiz put him up on the shoulder. Electric chair drop from the former champion. Ortiz now going all the way up. Ortiz plants the elbow right in the center of the spine. And again, the drop kick lands its mark square in the chest of Hiro Katsuyori. We've got a cover. Kick out by Katsuyori just before a 2 count. Both competitors back to their feet. Pedro Ortiz Jr. continues. Whoop, Katsuyori cut him off before he gave. Oh, and the lariats. Brutal lariat there from Hiro Katsuyori. Knocks the former 2-time champion right on his back. Pedro Ortiz, the former United States champion and XFW World Heavyweight champion. Katsuyori has yet to find gold here in XFW. Pedro now, wheelchair into a bulldog again, planting Katsuyori down hard. We've got to cover again. Katsuyori again, the strong rebound, getting the shoulder up before a 2 count. Flying hit scissors takedown now from Pedro Ortiz. The former champion looks good tonight, but so does Hiro Katsuyori. It only takes a couple of those lariats to turn a match around, or the devastating suplexes that Katsuyori pulls. Oof! Christian, thank you for liking the stream. Welcome to XFW War Zone. Katsuyori now gut wrench. Over into a suplex. We just talked about Katsuyori, the devastating suplexes he pulls off for Sean Hunt. Thank you for liking the stream. Pedro Ortiz Jr. ducking under that grasp of Hiro Katsuyori, using his shorter stature almost as an advantage at that point. Oh, roll up! Katsuyori went for a suplex. Pedro Ortiz Jr. rolls him up. Outstanding! Did you see that? Pedro Ortiz Jr. Katsuyori went for a suplex, and Ortiz rolled him right up and outsmarted the young upstart. Ladies and gentlemen, that just shows you the experience. There it is right there. Katsuyori went for a suplex, and whoa, look at Ortiz's foot is actually on the ropes. I don't think the referee saw that. Katsuyori might have a bone to pick with that. The roll-up was significant, but his foot was on the ropes. And I don't think the referee saw it. Impressive counter by the former champion, but that should have been a 3 count, folks. I don't think even Ortiz Jr. knew about it. Impressive match between those two, and Ortiz Jr. surprising Hiro Katsuyori with the roll-up. I don't think even Ortiz realized his foot was under the ropes. The referee did not see it. The 3 count will stand. But I'm sure there will garner a rematch if Hiro Katsuyori wants it, just based on that alone. So we'll see where that stands down the road. Folks already upset about that. James Shaw saying that damn cheater. Pedro Ortiz Jr. not known to be a cheater here in XFW, and I don't really think that was intentional. However, if the referee saw it, that match would have continued. It would have been a rope break, and they would have to continue on. And the longer that match goes, quite frankly, I felt it would have been more in Hiro Katsuyori's favor, as he is a long match wrestler. The more it goes on, the more lariats, the more chance of him to drop a suplex. It was in Pedro Ortiz's best interest to pin or end the match as quickly as possible. But again, I don't think the referee obviously did not see it. I don't think Ortiz knew where his foot was. The 3 count came down. It is history, folks. It will be a W in the charts for Pedro Ortiz Jr. Well, up next, folks, we've got Terry Sexton, the Thunder from Down Under, taking on the #1 contender for the XFW United States Championship, Marshall Sweet. Now, Sweet has had a number of matches already this week, but yet continues to push through and ask for bookings, and he got his wish again as he takes on Terry Sexton. Now, we know Marshall Sweet has a United States Championship match coming up in 2 weeks against none other than Johnny Dangerous. Now, Dangerous is the current United States champion here in XFW. Marshall Sweet was victorious a couple nights ago and picked his stipulation. It will be a Falls Count Anywhere no holds barred match for the United States Championship. Now, last night on XFW Danger Zone, the two got into a skirmish backstage, and the United States champion Johnny Dangerous goaded Sweet into another match, which saw Bad Boy unfortunately lose that match to Johnny Dangerous via tap out. So these two, the animosity level, the anger level just continues to grow here in XFW, and I don't know if there's an end to it, folks. Hopefully, once this match comes, we have a final between these two. We'll see what happens in No Fall Name. But right now, Terry Sexton and Marshall Sweet next on XFW War Zone. Shay Rogers says, Sweet and no dick tonight. No dick means a bad Saturday night, quite frankly, folks. But I think you know what I meant.
Making his way to the ring from Melbourne, Australia, weighing in at 241 pounds, Terry Sexton.
James Shaw says, Coach Clemens says you can't trust someone in a mask. You can't trust someone with a coach on his shirt who says he's on the up and up and cheats on every match he's in. Terry Sexton in the ring, the former wrestler, the former Thunder Foam Down announcer, male exotic dancer. I'm so surprised Terry wears that bow tie in the ring during the match. Here comes the former United States champion, Bad Boy Marshall Sweet.
Weighing in at 210 pounds, Bad Boy Marshall Sweet.
You've got the Raging Cajuns. Well, those folks is the Raging Canadian. Sweet and Johnny and Johnny Dangerous going back and forth week in, week out, trading victories back and forth. Sweet hoping to get the momentum back with a win over Terry Sexton tonight. I'm sure the loss last night to Johnny Dangerous is dwelling on that man's mind. Especially as he got caught in the middle of the ring and had to tap out due to the Johnny Dangerous's armbar. But better to lose that one match and keep your body in solid form with the United States Championship match coming up down the road. Nonetheless, Sweet looks ready to go tonight. There's the bell, folks. Here, match number 2 of the evening off the start, and Sweet starting things off already with kicks and strikes and a headbutt. Sexton already back against the ropes. Sexton with a counter. Whoa, 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 whoa. Beautiful athleticism by Bad Boy Marshall Sweet. Looked like he rattled Sexton there. Now the combinations again. Repeated shots to Terry Sexton. Up and over. Marshall Sweet and Johnny Dick Dangerous both have very, very similar styles in the ring. Both of them very high impact strikers. Dangerous, a little bit more of a counter wrestler. Oh, nice high cross body by Terry Sexton, taking out Marshall Sweet. Impressive offense there from Sexton. Sexton himself has had several brushes with XFW Championship titles, the Internet Championship and the United States Championship, just mere seconds away. Sexton always finds himself in good advantages, but falls short just as the title is within his grasp. A win over Marshall Sweet tonight. Oh, here we go. Terry with the gyrating. Terry, please stop. Good Lord. He's giving Sweet way too much time to recover, and that's what happens. Sweet now up and over. Oh, my God. Good Lord, Sweet with a shooting star press off the top rope, landing on top of Terry Sexton. TKWA. Thank you for liking the stream. If you folks got a chance, you saw the link we posted on Bloodsword 6 streaming of TKWA Battlemania. Showtime, Shane Black in their main event today. Please check out TKWA's Battlemania. Watch the replay on their Facebook page. Just search TKWA in Facebook and you will find them. A phenomenal wrestling promotion on Facebook streaming. Sweet now with a scoop. Slam! Driving down hard into the impact on Terry Sexton. Shots to the midsection. Now and a slap for good measure by Bad Boy Marshall Sweet. Kick out by Terry Sexton. Goes for a kill. Oh, backhand slap to the face again by Sweet to Sexton. Sexton with a nice counter, though, drops down into a fireman's carry. You know, sometimes I think about Sexton. What took him from an exotic dancer into the world of professional wrestling? Where is that connection that got him into the world of professional wrestling? That's a good one. We're going to put Dirk Webb on that to find out how Sexton got involved and what a dramatic switch from male exotic dancing with the Thunder from Down Under group into professional wrestling. Hard DDT now from Bad Boy Marshall Sweet, driving Sexton into the canvas like a lawn dart. Marshall Sweet again lighting him up with repeated shots and a double knee meteora. Crashing down on Terry Sexton. We've got a cover. Marshall Sweet pulls off with the victory. Sweet almost made that look easy. The determination of that young man right now to get the United States Championship back. You see the look on his face, the desire to continue on. I'm sure he looked across the ring, folks. I don't think he saw Terry Sexton. I think he saw Johnny Dangerous. As Dangerous and Sweet are elevating to new levels of violence here in XFW. The Bad Boy Marshall Sweet victorious tonight on XFW War Zone. Jay Rogers saying what a clobbering. It was very one-sided towards the second half of that match. But again, I think Johnny Marshall Sweet's looking across the ring. I don't think he saw Terry Sexton tonight, folks. I'm pretty sure he saw Johnny Dangerous across that ring, as those, like I said, the level of animosity between these two guys is growing exponentially. It is getting out of control. The violence we saw yesterday on XFW Danger Zone, that Johnny Dangerous wasn't even supposed to be in the building. He wasn't scheduled to wrestle, but he showed up backstage, still in his plain clothes, and attacked Bad Boy Marshall Sweet, goading him into a match. And then it saw Johnny Dangerous victorious over Bad Boy Marshall Sweet, putting that momentum, putting that mental thought on Sweet, that questioning, can he get the victory? When the title is on the line, we'll find out in 2 weeks at XFW Quarantine. Now up next, folks, we've got XFW, a very popular lady is here at XFW, Riley Palmer. Palmer has taken the XFW Women's Division by storm as of late with a number of solid victories. And we saw it last night at XFW Danger Zone, our first ever women's tag team match. And Riley Palmer exploded onto the scene, her and Alex Webb victorious. We saw Palmer with her insane DDT that she pulls out, but tonight could be her biggest challenge she has had here in XFW. She goes up against former women's champion, the most successful women's champion ever in XFW history, Jajin Sakamoto. This should be a barn burner, in the words of JR himself, folks. Let's head down to ringside next on Warzone. Here comes Palmer.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring From Toronto, Ontario,
Riley
Canada,
Palmer has been making a big impact here in XFW Women's Division.
Palmer.
This young lady has taken this division absolutely by storm. A relative unknown newcomer. This young lady has pulled out all the stops. Her biggest win against former women's champion Tammy Rose. That win happened while Tammy Rose was the XFW Women's Champion. And it got Palmer into a fatal five-way. That fatal five-way was won by Alex Webb, and Alex Webb wound up going on to beat Tammy Rose for the Women's Championship. That could have very well been Palmer, and here comes Jayden Sakamoto. Sakamoto, the most successful women's champion in XFW history. 9 back-to-back title defenses. Outstanding performer in Jayden Sakamoto. This young lady went from 0 to hero in a matter of months. Could not get a victory to save her career when she first got here to XFW. But once she got traction under her feet, went from the bottom of the ranks right to the top, took that championship and wore it with such pride. She very well have been the most successful champion in XFW in 2019. Not just the women's division, folks. All of them, as the men's division, the XFW championship, changed hands on a number of occasions. The Colorado will tie it now as they go on. Jayden Sakamoto with the wraparound. Up and down goes Palmer. And then Sakamoto now working on the lungs, trying to rip back on Palmer. And now tossing her to the side. Like a sack of potatoes. Palmer starts to lighten her up, kick to the midsection. And now forearms to the back. DDT to Jayden Sakamoto. Palmer going for the quick cover. Sakamoto not even a 1 count. Scoop Slam, Marshall Foskett, thank you for sharing. Bob was holding Riley Palmer back, giving Sakamoto taking the advantage. Got her up on her shoulder. Oh! Impact driver from Jayden Sakamoto, capitalizing on Palmer being held back by referee Bob, and now a leg drop. Sakamoto winding up again, reversing, landing with the other leg drop. Johnny Cage, thank you for liking the stream. Thank you for putting Stacey Keebler up on the screen for all to see. Now Palmer now firing back with a fireman's carry. Kick to the midsection. Palmer. Oh my God. Powerbomb turns it into a cutter. Somehow Sakamoto still gets the shoulder up. Riley Palmer has such innovative offense inside the ring. Her finishing maneuver, that almost like a cradle DDT, is absolutely outstanding. And now the powerbomb into the cutter. This young lady, again, folks, we're not even sure where she was trained up. She just showed up. But she does outstanding right now. Jayden Sakamoto almost trying to bend her damn arm off. Palmer now writhing in pain. Up and over. Palmer with a reversal. And then Jayden Sakamoto with a well-put drop toe hold and followed up by the leg drop on the ropes. Sakamoto now with a counter. Or cover, I'm sorry. Palmer gets his shoulder up. Goes for a Hurricane Rana. Countered. Oh! Look at Palmer. Both these ladies now. Ridiculous counters. Back and forth, but Sakamoto coming out on top with a brutal knee shot to the face. Palmer firing right back. Shot to the middle. Oh, that super kick now. Palmer back on top. Good Lord, these two are going out. Again, folks, I am so impressed with Riley Palmer. Everyone knows I'm a Jayden Sakamoto. Again, she hits it a second time. Now we got a cover. Again, Sakamoto not even giving it a 1 count. Shrugging off, saying this damage hasn't done shit. You don't belong here, young lady. Flying hitches again. This time Palmer doesn't do the cartwheel out of it. She gets caught. Covered now by Sakamoto. 1 count on Palmer. Back to their feet now, both of these young ladies trying their best. Marshall Foskett, thank you for sharing again. Palmer making her way up to the high-ranked district. Ko! Sakamoto rolls out of the way. Palmer managed to recover. And now into a stunner of sorts. Blasting down on Jajin Sakamoto. Combination now. And back into the kick right to the face of Jajin Sakamoto. Riley Palmer continues to astound me week in and week out. Fighting back now again. Palmer now wheelbarrow into an arm drag. Sakamoto getting back to her feet. Drop kick countered into a stomp. Sakamoto now up and over goes Palmer. Reverse DDT. Good Lord, these two are killing it tonight, stealing the show. Amazingly. Up and over. Extra added momentum cover on Sakamoto. Sakamoto a 2 count. Closest pinfall Riley Palmer's got since this match started. Counter again by Sakamoto back into the corner. Sakamoto now up on the second rope. Tornado DDT. Colorado tie up now. Knee shot to the face by Palmer. Palmer up again. Arm drag again. Lands it smart. Jason Lee Simmons, thank you for sharing. Both of them getting back to their feet. Combination again. By Palmer. Lands its mark right between the eyes on Jajin Sakamoto. These two going bare knuckle brawling tonight. Uh-oh. She's got her in the cradle. DDT. Good Lord, did you see that impact? Holy hell. 3 count. Wow. Wow. What a phenomenal match between those two. Palmer victorious. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sakamoto back up already. Palmer extending the hand. And good sportsmanship to boot. What an amazing match between Riley Palmer and Jajin Sakamoto. Holy hell. The level those two just competed at tonight, folks, is off the charts. That was pay-per-view level of wrestling. That was Michael Pagan has become a fan. Here's Stacy Keeper and Schoolgirl after. Michael, welcome to XFW and Bloodsport 6 Streaming. We hope you have fun here. Please join our chat room. These guys are kind of crazy out there in the chat room, but welcome to the stream. Welcome. Thank you for becoming a fan. We hope you'll stay around. Up next, folks, a rivalry that has been slowly brewing and continues to overflow in the coffee cup of XFW. Easy Money and Prince Christopherson Pierce. This all started a few months ago. Marshall Foskett, thank you for sharing again. This all started a little while ago when Christopherson Pierce put the money on the line. There goes the tip jar. Tip jar just we lost some stuff. I know some of the fans like the tip job. Kevin Voigt, happy Saturday to you. Welcome to XFW War Zone. Now talking about Pierce and Easy Money. This all started. Easy Money has his own made-up championship. The $1 Million Championship is not a real legitimate title here in XFW. Easy Money made it up as a loophole to get his paycheck bigger. But he also puts on the line if you put up the $1 million for it. Christopherson Pierce dipped into the Royal Piggy Bank, put up the $1 million, and Easy Money won. That does not bode well in the mind of Christopherson Pierce, as he has been taking it out on Easy Money week in and week out. And now these two are again going at it toe-to-toe in the Squirrel Circle. Guys, let's head down to ringside as Pierce and Easy Money go at it again here at XFW. And here comes Christopherson Pierce.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
The smug look on the face of Christopherson Pierce.
Weighing in at 210 pounds, Christopherson Pierce.
26th in line for the royal throne of England. He parades around like he's the current King of England. But this young man is phenomenal inside that squared circle. A pinfall victory over the legendary XFW Destroyer a few weeks ago. And Pierce probably would have gotten away with that win had he not continued to blast the Destroyer with a steel chair, which led to him getting his ass handed to him in an Extreme Rules match. But nonetheless, a pinfall over the Destroyer goes a long way in XFW for any competitor. And here comes the money, folks.
From New York, weighing in at 237 pounds, the $1 million champion, the icon,
Easy Money, still referring to himself as the icon after he had a pinfall victory over the legendary Hulk Hogan when XFW and WWE clashed. Easy Money still the Extreme Rules briefcase holder, as well as the self-proclaimed $1 million champion. However, Easy Money is a very popular wrestler here in XFW. Also known as the merchandisers, Easy Money loves to push his merchandise. The very first items on Bloodsword6.com in our merch store were that of Easy Money. You can still get Easy Money's t-shirt and mug right now at Bloodsword6.com by clicking on our merch link. You can also find that on our Facebook page. The link is there also. I'm sure Easy Money would love to see more people buying his merchandise. Right now, Christopherson Pierce putting the boots to Easy Money. Money in a bad way. Sunset flip. All impact, no bridge there for Christopherson Pierce. Put all the effort into the damage. Didn't hold. Oh! Vicious right arm by Christopherson Pierce, lighting up Easy Money. Easy Money with a counter shot to the midsection and fires through with a phenomenal lariat. And now trying to get the crowd going behind him. Scoop slam now by Easy, and then into the textbook poses goes the merchandiser. Well, did it a little bit too long. Christopherson Pierce grabbing hold. Suplex by Christopherson Pierce, the smug blue blood from the United Kingdom. Easy Money sliding up and over the shoulder. Easy Money easily here, the wrestler with the more experience in the ring. Also more powerful and a little bit larger, a little bit more in the weight class. Christopherson Pierce, a little bit more of a technical wrestler, very skilled in mat wrestling. Also very skilled in the eye pokes and flat out cheating, as we've seen him do time in and time out. But right now he's getting schooled by the merchandiser. Off into the ropes again. Easy Money again clobbering with the lariat. Audience in hand, obviously like that. Kick to the midsection. Now Easy Money lands a DDT. Continue, and then again with the poses. Again with the poses. Easy Money lighting up Christopherson Pierce. Belly by the suplex now for the $1 million champion. The Extreme Opportunity briefcase holder, Easy Money. Again with the posing. I think Easy's getting a little big for his britches tonight. Off the ropes, plants it right between the eyes of Christopherson Pierce. We got a cover. Pierce gets the shoulder up before a 2 count. Easy Money looks a little disturbed by that. Doesn't realize Pierce is getting back to his feet. Rich Montana has become a fan. Mr. Montana, welcome to XFW here at Bloodsword6 streaming. And thank you, all the audience thanks you for putting Stacy Keebler back on the screen for us. Easy Money now perched on the cross. Top rope, beautiful high cross body from Easy Money. Lighting up Christopherson Pierce. Easy into an angle style slam. Takes the man over. Cover again. Christopherson Pierce showing some awesome resilience. He has absorbed a monumental amount of damage. Easy Money has been in the offense for a majority of this match. Jim Bob, thank you for liking the stream. Counter there by Pierce. And then a loose desk press. And now right hands meet the face of Easy Money. Pierce turning things around. Christopherson, Pierce down with his own clothesline, takes the million dollar champion down. Easy Money gets a show of Jim Bob. Thank you for sharing. Easy Money again with the turnaround, up and over, but Christopherson holds on. Samuel, thank you for becoming a fan. Welcome to XFW Bloodsport 6 streaming. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hitting that button. We hope you'll stay for the rest of the show. A lot of newcomers showing up in XFW in our audience tonight. Thank you all for the likes and the shares. Easy Money lighting up Pierce now repeatedly. Missing the clothesline. Pierce now capitalizing Irish whip into the corner. Easy Money fighting it off again. Scoop slam by Easy Money. Easy Money off the ropes. Lands the money leg drop. Covered by Easy. Bob out of position again. Easy Money pulls it off. James Shaw made money maniacs make those direct deposits to Easy Money. I'm sure Easy Money would. Rich Montana, thank you for sharing. I'm sure Easy Money would love people buying more of his merchandise on Bloodsport6.com, t-shirts and hats, and the Easy Money coffee mug. All available at Bloodsport6.com, where you can also watch our shows live. Olin Butchie says the prince's breath smells like the Thames River. That is not a compliment. Money symbols flying off. James Shaw, thank you for the stars. And here's Stacy Keebler in her teeny tiny yellow polka dot bikini. And the tip jar overfloweth. John Rogers asking if we have re-examined Bob's contract. I'll tell you what, folks. I bitch about Bob each and every week. And I keep saying Bob has got to go. Jim Bob thinks Stacy's pink outfit is hot. Bob, we agree. Welcome all the new fans here to XFW and Bloodsport 6 streaming. Stacy Keebler, our official notification mascot here at Bloodsport 6. If XFW is on, then we can guarantee you Stacy Keebler will be in play when you guys hit that like, that share, the stars, whether you buy, actually the only one's not, if you buy merchandise during the show, when XFW is on the air live, you will get Tori Wilson taking her shirt off. And let's just face it, that's just fun to see too. Up next, folks, Marshall Foskett, thank you for sharing, and there's Stacy Keebler again in her little pink outfit. But now, ladies and gentlemen, up next, a triple threat match, Extreme Rules, to name a number one contender for the Internet Championship here in XFW. Now, current XFW Internet Champion Mark Collins has been on a tear here as the era of Morgan Steiner continues. Morgan Steiner, his stable of men right now, Seth Walker is the XFW World Heavyweight Champion. Mark Collins is the Internet Champion. And right now, his tag team, the Entourage, has been devastating in tag team competition for the past several weeks. Steiner is getting all his ducks in a row, trying to dominate XFW and capture all the championships he can. And later on tonight, in our main event, the Entourage is in. Sherry Rogers sharing 100 stars. Thank you, Sherry. And there again is Stacy Keebler in the yellow bikini, and I get distracted when she's on the screen. But thank you guys, and I thank you for the love and the support we get here at XFW. Thank you guys. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here calling the matches and putting on the show. Thank you so much for the support we get here and everything else, especially the stars, as we take the stars that you guys donate and put it right back into XFW to raise our production value. Excuse me. Talking too fast, getting some phlegm. Just to bring you more entertainment here at Bloodsport 6. We haven't been streaming as much as we used to, only because of things going on in the real world with this Well, you guys know what the shit's going on. But let's head down to ringside. Triple threat Extreme Rules action next to name a number one contender for the World Internet Championship. Next on XFW War Zone. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes Lee Bischoff.
Triple threat Extreme Rules match. Making his way to the ring from Hall of Fame City, Ohio. Weighing in at 240 pounds.
Lee Bischoff, a phenomenal in-ring performer, has got himself in a phenomenal opportunity right now. Jim Bob wants to be a keeper elf. Jim Bob, we've been saying that forever now. And this young man has been lighting up the win-loss victories as of late. Not your typical in-ring competitor, but this man knows how to throw his weight around, knows how to brawl, and has got a number of victories under his belt. And right now is in a phenomenal opportunity to get himself his first chance at an XFW title belt.
And his opponents, first, from Aurora,
and here comes Dynamite Nick Thomas.
At 220 pounds, Dynamite Nick Thomas.
One of the forever underdogs here in XFW, Dynamite Nick Thomas. This young man himself had a brush with the Internet Championship a few months ago when Mason Storm was the Internet Champion, pinned Mason Storm in one-on-one competition, then got himself an opportunity for that championship. Mason Storm defeated him. So Dynamite Nick Thomas looking to get himself another opportunity at the Internet Championship here in XFW. A lot of folks do not like to give him that much credit, but this guy is fantastic inside the ring. Botch TV, welcome to the stream over on the Twitch platform. And here comes Mason Storm, the 5-time Internet Champion, looking to regain, become champion number 6 for the Internet Championship.
From Lincoln, Nebraska, weighing in at 216 pounds, Mason Storm.
Mason Storm at one time was the youngest champion here in XFW. At one time, a mild-mannered, well-spoken young man in that backstage locker room. But as soon as he won a championship, his ego inflated to monumental levels. And now is mentored by Josh the Coach Clemens as part of the industry, promoting old-school style grappling wrestling. Mason Storm has a obsession with the Internet Championship. A victory tonight over either one of these men. We'll see him get an opportunity at... Whoa, here we go. Mason Storm taken out right away by Nick Thomas. Dynamite Thomas. These two have had a past, folks. We talked about Mason Storm was the champion. Nick Thomas had a pinfall victory. And again, a lot of people underestimate the abilities of Nick Thomas. But he winds up with victories because people don't give him enough credit. Ooh, backbreaker there by Lee Bischoff. And here comes Thomas again, lighting up Bischoff with a forearm to the head. And again, folks, this is an Extreme Rules match. This very well may be the first Extreme Rules match I think Nick Thomas may have been in. Bischoff has been in a number of Extreme Rules matches here. Mason Storm hates Extreme Rules matches, as he doesn't believe it is the true style of wrestling. Oh, here comes back Bischoff, lighting up Thomas. And again, Bischoff sent right back to the outside. Mason Storm not going to work. Snapmare on Thomas. Nice, impressive in-ring. Oh, back into a submission. Mason Storm. Bischoff in to break the hold. Thomas rolling out of the way. Mason Storm now Northern Lights suplex on Bischoff. No bridge, just all impact. Mason Storm now in control. Bischoff sent hurling into that ring post. That'll cause massive damage. That could separate your shoulder, folks. Back in the ring is Nick Thomas. Going again right after Mason Storm. Thomas rolling through. John McDonough, thank you for liking the stream. Look at Nick Thomas showing phenomenal skill with that leg wrap around back and then a leg breaker on Mason Storm. More chain wrestling from the two. Mason Storm coming out on top. Bischoff back to his feet. Hardest thing about these triple threat matches, folks, for anybody in the match, just when you think you've got the match under control, one of the other opponents comes out of nowhere and lights you up. Just like Thomas right there. Look at him stealing away from Mason Storm. Reverse suplex on Bischoff. Both men on the outside. Thomas celebrating. What the hell is he celebrating? Keep going, kid. Look at Mason Storm, the man who's against the Extreme Rules, the first one to grab a chair. Nick Thomas steals it away. Dropping him down hard. Knee breaker. Thomas now with that steel chair. Looking down at Mason Storm, and he cracks him right across the back. Bischoff now the kendo stick. Takes a chair shot to the head from Nick Thomas. Thomas going all bananas. Bischoff catching the chair. Thomas takes it to the head. Look at this kid go. Thomas on top. It's like his balls dropped tonight. Thomas back with that steel chair. Swing and a miss. Mason Storm stealing away. Storm now headlock. Ooh, and a right fist to the head. Is that old school, folks? Is that old school? Mason Storm and Josh the Coach Clemens talk about old school style wrestling and how that's their preferred style, but you see them taking opportunities whenever they go. Thomas up top. Whoa, kicking off Storm. Thomas in a good spot. Missing. Storm back with that steel chair. Thomas lights him up. Mason Storm sending him up over the top rope. Thomas holding on. Shot to the face of Mason Storm again. Bischoff on the outside. Collar and elbow tie up now. Bischoff getting back to his feet. Beautiful arm drag from Nick Thomas. And now lighting up again is Bischoff. Belly to belly suplex. I'm impressed that he can even get Bischoff off his feet. Missing the chair shot. Leg kick to the face by Mason Storm. Clothesline now by Storm. Second one. Thomas getting back to his feet. Goes for the kick. Storm capitalizing and taking it off on him. No, Jesus. I just realized Lee Bischoff had run a sledgehammer to the ring. Bischoff now with Mason Storm in the corner. Mason Storm up top and a brutal right hand by Lee. Where the hell is Bischoff going? Oh, no, no. This is going to be bad for everyone. Bischoff on the top rope. Holy shit. Superplex to the outside. Bischoff and Mason Storm crashing down to the outside arena floor like a train wreck. Storm now sent into that steel ring post. Nick Thomas looking. Oh, nope, he's back to his feet. And now Thomas with a table. Thomas with a table. Bischoff sees this going on, trying to get there to stop Thomas. Mason Storm on the outside. Oh! Low blow to Nick Thomas from Bischoff. Good Lord! Thomas gets the shoulder up. I have not seen Bischoff pull that kind of maneuver out since he's been here. Thomas with the backslide driver. Mason Storm still down on the outside. Not moving. Dude, Thomas now sent. Shoulder first in that steel ring post. Baseball slide. That looked a little low, folks. Cover again by Bischoff. Mason Storm not paying attention. Thomas still gets the shoulder up. Thomas now again referring to the outside. Bischoff and Mason Storm on the inside. Storm again referring back to the grappler style maneuvers. Trying to stretch out Bischoff. Thomas there to break the hold. and a stomp. Thomas now sending Mason Storm into that table. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Storm put through the table by Nick Thomas. Thomas on a clothesline now. Bischoff got to roll to the outside. Nick Thomas in a phenomenal spot right now. Countered by Mason Storm. Oh, and a shot to the face of Thomas. Thomas grabbing his face. He might be busted open. Thomas might be busted open. Mason Storm stalking young Thomas. Counter again by Thomas. Irish back into the turnbuckle. Kick to the face again by Mason Storm. Thomas now firing back with elbows. Beautiful German suplex. Drops him hard. Drop kick now to Bischoff. All three of these men giving it their all. Now working on the ribs and kidneys of Bischoff. Bischoff with a headbutt and a massive lariat bends Nick Thomas in half. And now a shot with the kendo stick. Thomas back to his feet. Head scissors takedown. Mason Storm getting back up. Thomas with a suplex. He goes in the pin combination. Oh, Mason Storm just gets the shoulder up. Thomas starting to get the crowd behind him. Pieces of slabs of that table left inside the ring. Oh! Good Lord, did you see that kick to the head? Cartwheel kick right to the face of Mason Storm. Good Lord, Nick Thomas. Nick Thomas will be challenging Mark Collins for the Internet Championship at XFW Quarantine in 2 weeks. There's the baseball slide. I still think that was low, folks. Here's the suplex through the table, effectively cutting Mason Storm out of the remainder of the match. But Thomas, with that cartwheel kick, there it is, boom, right to the side of the head.
Here is your winner.
And gets the pinfall victory.
Thomas.
Wow! Do you believe in miracles? Unbelievable. Nick Thomas will once again challenge for the Internet Championship. A lot of folks keep counting out Dynamite Nick Thomas, folks. But you see, there are just times when this kid is on fire, and other times it's like he's dialing it in. But regardless, tonight, the kid, Marshall Foskett, thank you for sharing your Stacy once again in the little pink number that we all like to look at. Excuse me. But again, Nick Thomas, absolutely outstanding tonight. And again, folks, I want to bring up the fact that the first person, now it was an Extreme Rules match. Everything is legal in that match. There are no rules other than you can't bring a gun to the ring. But again, Mason Storm, who pushes old style grapple wrestling, technical wrestling, was the first person to grab a chair. I don't care what Coach Clemens or Mason Storm says. They preach one thing and do another. And that's why I'm never a big fan of Mason Storm or Josh the Coach Clemens, because quite frankly, they're full of shit. Pardon my French. Well, up next, folks, tag team action coming your way. Now, these two teams have had a number of matches against one another and have been bringing down the house each and every time they meet inside the ring. Hazard Warning and High Voltage. Two younger teams here in XFW, both here relatively short time considering the amount of tag teams we have here in XFW and how many of them have been here for many, many years. But Hazard Warning just coming right out of a training center, no prior independent circuit experience. High Voltage has been all around the country in independent matches and finding their way to XFW. But these two teams have been tearing it down each time they have met inside the squared circle. Now, the last couple times they met, High Voltage has come out on top, and High Voltage has been on a win streak here in XFW the past couple weeks. Hazard Warning, not so lucky. They've been competing in singles matches and tag team matches, but have still been taking the teams they've meeting against to their limits. So this should be a phenomenal match. Let's head down to ringside as these two high-energy teams go at it again here in XFW War Zone. Here comes Hazard Warning down to the ring.
On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 461 pounds.
Liam Phelps and Keith Hale, Hazard Warning. A couple times we've seen these guys use very, very odd strategy inside the ring, where only one member of the team will stay in the ring for as long as humanly possible, absorbing ridiculous amounts of punishment from the opponents. Only at the very last minute to make a tag, and then the fresh partner able to get the victory over the other opponent's worn down. It's like a bait and switch with Hazard Warning, but it's worked for them repeatedly here in XFW. Here comes High Voltage. Charging the ring already, these two are the only other team that exude as much energy as Center Stage. These two young teams have brought down the house each and every time they have been inside that squared circle. All right, folks, here we go. Billy Miles and Keith Hale starting things off. Hale putting the boots already to Bill Miles. Headlock takedown now from Hale, wrenching back on the head of Billy Miles. Miles rolling through, shaking off Keith Hale. Hale with a nice forearm. Billy Miles firing right back. Missing the kick to the midsection. Hale capitalizing. Ooh, vicious neck breaker by Keith Hale, driving Miles' head onto the back of his knee. Back into the headlock takedown, again trying to wear down Billy Miles. Okay, this is the strategy we've seen Hazard Warning use in the past. Oh! Reverse stunner to the face. Miles takes the chin hard. Covered by Hale, kick out. Again, you've already seen Keith Hale using several wear-down tactics already on Billy Miles. And now the jabs. Will Miles roll through into a cover? No, he's holding on. Big impact powerbomb by Billy Miles, rocking Keith Hale instantly, cutting off the momentum he was starting to build. Kick right now to the side of the head. Enziguri lighting up Keith Hale. Tagging comes Terry Sabin. Sabin now up on the shoulders of Hale. Turns it around, Frankensteiner. Hale shoving off Sabin and catch him with a clothesline, sends him to the outside arena floor. Hale now just being flat out disrespectful. And a right hand to Billy Miles. I'll tell you one thing, folks. High Voltage doesn't hide the fact that they will get in your face and spit in your face. They don't try to hide it. They don't try to deny it. They will play dirty if given the opportunity to. And they do not apologize for it. Tag in comes Liam Phelps, first time in the contest for him. Double team maneuver now. Double gutbuster by Hazard Warning. Terry Sabin ducking a clothesline and lighting up Phelps just like that. Tag again. In comes Billy Miles. Miles now into an armbar. Too close to the ropes. But continues to put on the offense. Go! Canadian Destroyer lands on Phelps. Didn't hold for the pinning combination. But Billy Miles now lighting him up. Tag again, in comes Terry Sabin. Nice combination by High Voltage, taking down Phelps. Shooting star press now, standing position. High Voltage has such amazing in-ring ability. High athletic energy. Oh! But then he moves like that. Again, the dirty pull as Liam Phelps goes right for the knee of Terry Sabin and takes him out from under him. Sabin turning things around in the corner, though. Up on the top rope, into a Hurricane Rana. Phenomenal move by Sabin. Phelps gets right back to his feet, though. Breaking the arm. He holds on. Wow. Thomas Wilson, thank you for liking the stream. Thank you for putting Stacy Keebler on our show. Kickoff now by Billy Miles. Oh, super kick right to the face. Thomas Wilson, thank you for becoming a fan. We will definitely check out your stream as well. We here at Bloodsport 6 love to support other streamers and share the love. Kicks down to the midsection, lighting up Terry Sabin. Kick to the midsection again. Phelps now up on top. Beautiful powerbomb. Deep cover. Too much of a cover. He actually pushed Sabin's foot back onto the ropes. Counter again by Sabin up over the top rope. Phelps fires right back. Rocking Sabin. Got him a little staggering there. Back into the corner. Home territory for High Voltage. Tag again. In comes Keith Hale. Ooh, wide open rib punch. But again, Terry Sabin. Oh, thought he's going for the counter. Drop kick now by Hale. Hale again getting cocky, talking trash to the audience. You better pay attention to your opponent there, buddy boy. Again, the cheap shot on Billy Miles. Suplex again. Right now, Hazard Warning finds himself in a good spot. Oh, again, the massive super kick from Sabin. Miles and Sabin have a number of ways they pull out savate kicks and super kicks. Oh, there goes Bob. You know, sometimes I think Bob needs glasses and he can't see what's going on inside the ring. Where in the bloody blue hell is Terry Sabin going? Hale trying to fight his way back. Sabin now on the top rope. Elbow. Good Lord. Elbow, elbow, elbow. Jesus. Sabin up on the top. Reverse Frankensteiner from the top. Hale just got decimated. We've got a cover. Phelps in with the breakup. And Phelps lighting him up. And again, we talk about Hazard Warning not afraid to bend the rules. Billy Miles going up top. Keith Hale still laying there, gets the knees up. Hale gets the knees up at the last possible moment. Kick to the midsection. Low angle DDT. Terry Sabin rolled to the outside of the ring. Miles again with a counter. Hale holds on. And a right hand sends Hale crashing now to the outside arena floor. Billy Miles now giving a little dance two-step there, trying to give a little bit back to Keith Hale. Hale sends him crashing into the steel steps. Where the hell's Hale going? Hale going out, looking for Terry Sabin. Miles racing across the ring now. And he gets lit up and taken out. Double team combination by High Voltage. Took too much time. Snapmare driver lands by Keith Hale. Up to a 5 count. Let's talk about Bob. I do think sometimes that Bob needs glasses. Liam Phelps lighting up Hale as he came back in after Hale got rocked. Oh, the reverse clothesline lands its mark. Phelps lighting up Billy Miles. Miles again with the counter. Phelps holding on to the ropes. Right hand by Miles. Oh, big impact outside on the arena, right on their apron, the hardest part of the ring. You see Phelps, the impact on the back here. Boom! Right on the apron, hardest part of the ring. What is this? Holding on now, a submission move on the outside. Bad choice by Miles. Kick to the face. Phelps now back on the inside. Terry Saban lights him up. Oh, Saban missed his shot. Gets taken out. Hard Irish throw back in the corner. Tag in comes Keith Hale. Hale with a shot to the midsection. Oh, big impact. Miles gets crushed. Saban nowhere around. High voltage. Hazard warning wins. Wow! Hazard warning, stealing one after a miscue by Saban coming off the top, almost colliding with his partner. And hazard warning capitalizes with Keith Hale. Here's that brutal low impact DDT. But hazard warning pulling off the victory tonight. What a turnaround right at the end. High voltage had everything going their way, and out of nowhere, the turnaround at the end by hazard warning, and they pull off the pinfall victory. George Diaz, welcome to the stream. Thank you for tuning in. Again, folks, those two teams bring down the house each and every time they're in the ring. Hazard warning and high voltage giving it their all in a phenomenal tag team match. Again, the tag team division has been on fire here in XFW over the past course of the month. We get new teams regularly, new teams forming, and newcomers coming into the ring. It is absolutely outstanding what we're seeing here in XFW. The division keeps getting better and better week in and week out. And again, our main event tonight features 4 XFW top teams. And I say that now because the entourage is now close to the top of the tier here in XFW and tag team matches after a series of victories. And these are two guys that no one gave a second look at. Max Bennett and Barton Fisher. No one looked second at those guys, but now under the tutelage of Morgan Steiner have gotten themselves in a phenomenal position and possibly an opportunity at the XFW Tag Team Championships. Well, up next, folks, we've got a ranking match for the World Heavyweight Division. Now, these two competitors have gone at it before and saw a small rivalry in 2019. The Destroyer going one-on-one with Antonio Carino, the Boss, the head of the Cosa Nostra. Now, we saw the Boss try to eliminate the Destroyer in the past, sending Big Tommy C his way, sending multiple members of the Cosa Nostra tag team, Billy Rucci and Tony Vincent his way. But the Destroyer came out on top, but now these two find themselves going head-to-head again in a ranking match for the heavyweight division. Now, the Destroyer is a multi-time World Heavyweight Champion and wants to get back into that spotlight, wants to get back to the top of the tier, wants another opportunity at the current champion, Seth Walker. Antonio Carino still looking for his first opportunity at XFW Gold here, and I'm sure the rest of the Cosa Nostra will be at his side tonight, and we'll see if the numbers game comes into play. Oh, we got some folks. Sorry, folks. I'm trying to read the comments from you guys at the same time, do the commentary and build the matches. Game crash. Gotta love it. Well, folks, it looks like now is a good time to run some commercials since the game has crashed again. And this is one of the reasons that we won't see WWE 2K21 since Ukes walked away from the 2K team and they were left on to their own devices and are bug crazy. So let us go to a commercial, and we will once again, it'll be Yamamoto Industries since they are right now our biggest sponsor. So stay tuned, folks. We'll be back momentarily.
Yamamoto Industries, the world leader in robotic technology and artificial intelligence. Yamamoto Industries is working hard to bring you tomorrow's technology today. With massive advances in robotics, Yamamoto Industries is making the world easier and more enjoyable for everyone. With vast improvements in nanotechnology, we have revolutionized manufacturing and logistics. And now Yamamoto looks to bring that same technology into your very own home. Improvements to travel and home living. Yamamoto continues to improve the standard of living across the globe, and now drops it right into your hand. And now Yamamoto can improve you too. Upgrading the outdated human body, the advancements of Yamamoto tech can give you the superior form you have always dreamed of. Stronger, faster, and more durable. With Yamamoto tech, you can begin to look to the future and forget the past. Yamamoto Industries, a better world for everyone, through technology.
Transformers, more than meets the eye. Autobots race their battle to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons. The Transformers, more than meets the eye. The Transformers.
Attack the Autobot commander! Call in the Decepticon leader!
The Transformers, more than meets
The Transformers, sold separately from Hasbro. To help them in their never-ending battle against the evil Decepticons, the Autobots create a new breed of robots, Dinobots.
more than meets the eye. Dinobots race their battle to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons. The Transformers.
The Decepticons are attacking! The Dinobots will get them! Can't beat the Dinobots!
Sold separately from Hasbro.
Muscle Invasion Update. Scientists discover muscle things have come to wrestle. America's only host, the Battling Belt and the Wrestling Ring.
He moves left. He took one. Into the Battling Belt it goes. He got another. Folks, this wrestling ring may save the world. One more to go. He's got him. His Battling Belt. Oh, hard-knocking rockin' ring, Battling Belt, muscle figure packs each sold separately. New from Mattel. Can you save the world?
Is it cold in here?
No, it's hot. Give me some sugar daddy.
Get ready for my sweetness. Ooh, it's about to come, it's about to come, it's about to come. Ooh, turn around. All over you.
Share the rainbow. Taste the rainbow.
All right, folks, sorry about that. We're heading down to ringside. One-on-one action coming your way next on XFW War Zone. And there's the music for the Destroyer. Rick Fletcher, thank you for liking the stream. Thank you for sharing. John Rogers, you are correct. WWE is losing money right now with no live shows, and they're cutting back on staff. They're cutting back on expenses, and WWE 2K21 is one of those.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Phoenix, Arizona, weighing in at 321 pounds, the Destroyer.
I'm going to hope that 2K Sports just keeps improving on WWE 2K20, gets out the bugs. Let's hope they get out these damn crashes. I'm actually worried a little bit about our main event right now. So many characters being loaded, seems that we have some issues. I'm going to have to work on some more commercials, or ask Dr. Yamamoto for some more of his own. Rick Fletcher, thank you for sharing. John Rogers, you all right? It is like them losing Madden. Here comes the Cosa Nostra. Where the hell's the boss?
From New York, weighing in at 200.
What the hell's Antonio Carino? We got Tony Vincent, we got Billy Rucci, we got Big Tommy C. Where the hell is Antonio Carino? He's the man actually supposed to be. Why is he over here? Carino on the opposite side of the ring with the Destroyer. Maybe a little bit of mind games going on. Rick is now hosting on stream. There is Stacy Keebler taking her shirt off. All right, folks, here we go. Antonio Carino and the Destroyer going at it. Destroyer lighting him up already with those monster forearms to the back. So these two have had a past. Carino, for some reason, had a bone to pick with the Destroyer. Right hand now to the big man. And Carino now putting the boots in the Destroyer's chest. Carino was trying to get the Destroyer out of his way. Destroyer actually got sidelined by a number of issues dealing with the WWE and Brock Lesnar, Brian Blaze, and at the time, his stable of cronies. Ooh, big clothesline there by the Destroyer. And again, you see Billy Rucci, Tony Vincent. Oh my God, what a big boot. Antonio Carino must have gone back 5 feet in the ring from the impact of the Destroyer. Shoulder tackle, both men staring off. Any man that can take a shoulder tackle from the Destroyer and not fall down is worth his weight in salt. And Antonio Carino has shown many times he is a phenomenal force here in XFW. Carino now with a cover. Gets a 1 count. Destroyer kicks out. It's going to take a lot more than that to keep the Destroyer down. Destroyer has been working on getting himself back to the top of the division here in the Heavyweight Championship, and it's been a slow go as he keeps getting sidelined. It's almost like half the locker room is out to get the man. Boots now to the chest of Carino again. The Destroyer was supposed to be in the 16-man Extreme Opportunity Tournament, but was taken out by Brock Lesnar as Lesnar took out his opponent and then got himself in the match. I know his Bob's on his ass again. Again, shoulder block after shoulder block, and neither man going anywhere. Carino now with a suplex into a slam on the Destroyer. Destroyer actually was eliminated from the Extreme Opportunity Tournament because of Brock Lesnar, and then was not in the Elimination Chamber match again because he was taking on the WWE. So several chances this year already for the Destroyer have been removed due to other opponents. Oh, the snake eyes, and then a big boot to follow. The Destroyer lighting up Antonio Carino with a phenomenal combination, while Carino again getting the shoulder up. John Rogers dubbing that gif Unibeam Stacy. I like that. It's not a bad idea. Carino again with the suplex slam on the Destroyer. Again going for a pinfall. Destroyer again kicking out with authority. Destroyer with a kick in the midsection. Again, the block of the right hand from Carino. Carino's got him up. Powerbomb to the Destroyer. Destroyer catches him and lights him up with a clothesline. The Destroyer, a force to be reckoned with here in XFW. Up and over the top, Carino holds on. Destroyer brings him right back in. Destroyer, a multi-time champion here in XFW. One of the biggest, baddest men in that locker room. Destroyer's got him up on the shoulder. Oh my dear Lord, what a suplex on the Destroyer. Kick out by Carino. Destroyer back in the corner. Destroyer stopping the boot. You know what this means, folks? Wave and a destruction kick lands into a cover. Look at the impact from this. Carino gets the shoulder up. But you see the Destroyer charging in. Boom! Right to the face of Antonio Carino. The Destroyer lighting him up. Massive impact to the head of Antonio Carino. Destroyer now dumping Carino over. Carino holding on. Destroyer building up a head of steam. Spear through the outside. takes Carino off his feet. Here comes Billy Rucci and the rest of the Cosa Nostra. Destroyer wisely retreating as the Cosa Nostra come to the help, the aid of the boss, Antonio Carino. The numbers game coming into effect. Destroyer with a forearm. Once again, the numbers game with the Destroyer now back on the offense. Carino going for a ride. Chokeslam. And again, the boss rolls to the outside. You see all the members of the Cosa Nostra walking around. Oh, Antonio Carino now with the counter. Destroyer catches a leg and lights him up with a clothesline again. Carino again countering, blocking the right hand. Scoop slam down from the boss. Gotta wonder how much the Destroyer's got to look over his shoulder. Destroyer counters through it again. Up on the shoulder. Burning hammer connects from the Destroyer. Leg is hooked. That's it. One of the most devastating moves in professional wrestling, the Burning Hammer. Dropping Carino right on the top of his head. The Destroyer victorious and will move up one more rank in the World Heavyweight Division. Anthony Yazell, welcome to XFW War Zone. Thank you for tuning in. Carino does not look happy about the outcome. The boss, Antonio Carino, obviously not happy with how that match turned out for him. But again, folks, you saw the Cosa Nostra swarming over the Destroyer when he got to the outside, protecting their boss, protecting that. The numbers game comes into effect, luckily for the Destroyer. When we've seen the Destroyer get decimated by the Cosa Nostra in the past, we've seen the triple powerbomb come out. And that was the first time Carino beat the Destroyer, and then Big Tommy C did the same thing to the Destroyer and a pinfall victory over him. And any time the Cosa Nostra is at ringside, that thought has to be in the mind of anyone who's opposing them. Anyone who is taking on the Cosa Nostra, that's always got to play, and that head game alone gives the Cosa Nostra a big advantage. But the Destroyer having the single-minded focus to get himself back to the top of the food chain here in XFW drives that. The passion, the determination, the discipline carry the Destroyer through with a victory tonight. Well, up next, folks, is a ranking match for the United States Championship Division. Now, we already know Bad Boy Marshall Sweet will challenge Johnny Dick Dangerous at XFW Quarantine for the championship. But one of these two men could be next in line for a shot at that title, depending on who walks out of quarantine with that title. And that, folks, is the former champion, Mr. Amazing Aiden Scott, and Ultimo Shade. Now, Shade has been chasing this title for the better part of a year. And not just 2020, folks. I'm talking literally 12 months. Ultimo Shade has come within so close on a number of occasions to getting an opportunity for the United States Championship, but it squeaks away from him. Most times he finds himself in a fatal four-way or a triple threat match. And Shade has many times showed he does not have the focus and winds up losing. While I shouldn't say the lack of focus, but he's so focused on one opponent, he easily gets distracted and doesn't realize there's a pinfall victory going on. But now he's got a one-on-one opportunity with Mr. Amazing Aiden Scott. And Scott has a number of victories already over Ultimo Shade. And Ultimo Shade is just returning from an injury. We saw him with a couple matches here and there. And he still have a bone to pick with Johnny Dangerous. Not that a dozen wrestlers don't have that same bone to pick with Johnny Dangerous. But can you see Ultimo Shade getting a shot at the United States Championship if Johnny Dangerous can hang on to it at XFW Quarantine? That's if he can get past Mr. Amazing Aiden Scott next on XFW War Zone. Here comes Shade. Jason Brill, thank you for liking the stream. Thank you for putting Stacy Keeler's fantastic tushy on the screen.
His way to the ring from
Ultimo Shade, one of the most terrific strikers here in XFW, educated hands and feet, as well as being one of the most eccentric performers we have here in XFW. Unimaginable athleticism and agility are Ultimo Shade. And here comes Mr. Amazing, Aiden Scott.
And his opponent from Staten Island, New York, weighing in at 225 pounds, Mr. Amazing, Aiden Scott.
Aiden Scott, an outstanding, decorated performer here in XFW, former Internet Champion, former United States Champion. This young man has taken his level of performance to all new heights here in XFW. A fantastic high flyer, and still, I believe, the fastest performer in XFW. Very few athletes here can match the speed of Mr. Amazing. And again, these two have met on a number of occasions in both singles and triple threat and fatal four-ways. But it's been a long time since they've gone one-on-one with each other. And folks, stay tuned, because our main event is after this match. The tag team match that we'll see who will face Pain and Terror at XFW Quarantine. Mr. Amazing looks focused tonight. Ultimo Shade, you can never tell with the mask on and the mesh over the eyes. You never see the face. But here, folks, here we go. Ultimo Shade starting things off. Rights and lefts and forearms. Aiden Scott already down to one knee. Chopping and counter. Aiden Scott cleared to wrestle, but still with a minor injury to his ribs. You see him on his Bluetooth device, still suffering that injury. Marshall Foskett, thank you for sharing. There's a brutal knee to the face of Mr. Amazing. Now I got oh, good Lord, there goes Ultimo Shade with a suplex. You gotta wonder, is Ultimo Shade gonna focus on that rib damage? Jumping knee again. Is he gonna continue to pound on on Mr. Amazing and focus? There's the kicks in the midsection again. Ultimo Shade would be wise to do so. Shade now in the high rent district, coming out the top, crashing down with a moonsault. Mr. Amazing, we got to cover. 1, 2. Scott gets the shoulder up. Scott is not moving well, folks. I think Ultimo Shade focusing on that midsection and those ribs has already started to play a factor in this match. Aiden Scott now, DDT. Hangman's over the ropes, lighting up Ultimo Shade. Scott needs to get back into this match if he wants to. What is Aiden Scott? Is this? Oh, this is an Extreme Rules match, and Aiden Scott now with a baseball bat and hits Ultimo Shade right across the head. Just like that, folks. This is going to turn around, but Shade gets the shoulder up. I forgot this was an Extreme Rules match. I was too focused on checking on Aiden Scott's previous injury. Ultimo Shade now with a combination. Again, lighting up Mr. Amazing. Aiden Scott now up and over the shoulder again. The counters of Mr. Amazing with the speed. And Ultimo Shade dodges and sends him careening outside of the arena floor. Shade now pulling out a table, second time tonight. We've seen a table in play. Oh, and Shade gets a chop from Mr. Amazing. Scott now with the table hits Ultimo Shade directly in the head and now lights him up. Repeated shots by Mr. Amazing. We can tell Aiden Scott wants that opportunity, wants to get back in the hunt for the United States title. Ultimo Shade going back again to the table. Here comes Aiden Scott again. Right hands again from Mr. Amazing. Misses the kill! Oh my God! Ultimo Shade kicking Aiden Scott, knocking him down through the table. The well-placed boots, and there's another kick to the head. Ultimo Shade. Shade now with another friggin' table. How many of those are under the ring? Who the hell sets those up? Used to be Ricky, but we know where Ricky is. Ultimo Shade. Aiden Scott tried to get a little bit of mocking in there on Ultimo, but didn't realize he was already in the ring. I think Ultimo Shade is out on his feet. Or I'm sorry, Aiden Scott. Shade now on the shoulder. Oh, no, Shade thinking about it. Holy shit. Holy shit. Ultimo Shade just dumped Aiden Scott, tossing him to the outside through that table. Again, the body of Aiden Scott already damaged. Both men have the same idea. Shot to the head by Ultimo Shade. Aiden Scott might be severely injured, folks. Counters out of that. Lands a sweep kick. Shade gets the shoulder up. Shade now getting back to his feet. Misses the knee shot. Aiden Scott able to counter out. Spinning neckbreaker assisted by the leg by Aiden Scott. Nice chop there by Ultimo. Or to Ultimo, I should say. Kick to the head. The vicious roundhouse by Shade. And he out taunting. Almost like he knows the match is over. He's got Aiden Scott right where he wants him. Aiden Scott getting back to his feet. Shade to black connects. Gabe, thank you for liking. That's it. Aiden Scott gave it his all. But Ultimo Shade had his number, and the injury that Aiden Scott had, but he didn't want to give up the opportunity for the ranking match. And he paid for it. Ultimo Shade victorious. I guarantee that table has something to do with it, folks. You can see the disappointed look on the face of Aiden Scott as he makes his way back to the locker room. Ultimo Shade holding his hands high inside the ring. Now again, this may line Shade up to take on whoever walks out of quarantine with the United States Championship. That may not bode well for either Johnny Dick Dangerous or Marshall Sweet, as Ultimo Shade has Carlos Davies. Thank you for liking the stream, and thank you for making Tasty Keyboard wiggle. All right, folks, the main event is up next. Let's see if the game will load or if it's going to crash again. So we're just going to keep chatting here as we get ready. This is our main event, folks. This should be one hell of a match. 8 men in the ring. 4-way tornado tag elimination match. The winners, the team that wins this, will challenge Pain and Terror at XFW Quarantine for the XFW Tag Team Championships. Now, the tag team division has been on fire lately. We've seen ridiculous matches, phenomenal athleticism, and intestinal fortitude like no other from a lot of these teams. And tonight we've got the Gladiators, we've got the White Dragons, 24K, and the Entourage. These 4 teams will all be mashing at one time in the ring. And again, you've got to eliminate all. Carlos Davies has become a fan. There's Stacy Keeper in a schoolgirl outfit. Carlos, welcome to Bloodsport 6 Streaming and XFW Professional Wrestling. We hope you enjoy your stay. We hope you'll be back and check out our 4 shows a week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night here at Bloodsport 6 Streaming. All right, folks, we're about halfway there. The main event getting ready to go. Marshall Foskett already saying the Gladiators will win. Folks, while this match loads, who do you think tonight will be victorious? We've got the Entourage, who will probably most likely be the underdogs in this match. We've got the 4-time former tag team champions, the White Dragons, in this match. The former other former tag team champions, 24K, who recently just lost to Pain and Terror a few months ago here in XFW, and then the Gladiators, the would-be brutes here in XFW, ready to go. Folks, it's that time. Main event action coming your way next on XFW War Zone. All our men are in the ring, folks, and here we go. We didn't even wait for the advances. I guess I talked too long. Everyone already in the ring. Good Lord, there's already bodies everywhere. And again, we've got two teams in this match that have already been tag team champions. 24K and the White Dragons. The White Dragons, easily the most successful team here in XFW. 24K had a long, storied climb to get to the top of the ladder where they belong. Where they became tag team champions, beating the Cosa Nostra. And again, folks, both members of the teams need to be eliminated. So even if one member is pinned, the other member can go on to win. The last time we had one of these matches, 24K was the sole team that lived through. Bodies again everywhere. Again, Bob was down on his ass again. Bob, we really do need, as I guess some folks in the audience already talked about, we need to reevaluate Bob's contract. He's a terrible, terrible referee. We got to get Mike Turner, our head referee, some help. John Rogers says his money is on the Dragons. We know Marshall Foskett, our audience, is pulling for the Gladiators, Draven and Hagen Carr. Some folks have been clamoring for the Entourage. I don't know why. Morgan Steiner's team. Morgan Steiner's supposed to be the wrong way, folks. I've known Morgan Steiner for years. When he was head referee here in XFW, and XFW first started, Morgan Steiner was our referee. He was the man, the nicest guy you would ever talk to. Now he's a manager here in XFW, and he's an absolute asinine prick. Pardon my French, but he's a jerk. He's a jackass. And now he's got two members in his stable with championships around their waist. Hagen Carr now flexing in the ring in front of JT Wells. Taylor Briggs on the outside, as is Barton Fisher and Max Bennett hanging on to the ropes on the inside. Hagen Carr just nailed by Akira Matsuda on the outside of the ring. The action of these matches is so hard to call. So much is going on at one time. Barton Fisher now on the outside, now going on with Hagen Carr. Fisher's spent a number of minutes on the outside now. But not that I'm going to say it's a bad play. You can't be pinned or eliminated on the outside right now. But Hagen Carr just bent him in half on the outside. Barton Fisher has never been in the ring with Hagen Carr, and I think you just found out why. Now, Kushida Satora doing the tightrope walk, lining up Taylor Briggs. We've got to cover Kushida Satora. No. Quick break up there. Barton Fisher just got blasted. Taylor Briggs down on the outside with Barton Fisher. A cover again on Kushida Satora, on Max Bennett, but Barton Fisher there to break it up. Got a lot of folks in our chat rooms clamoring for different teams. Fisher now getting lit up by Draven. Repeated shots to the head. Taylor Briggs now picking apart every opportunity he can. Max Bennett now going one-on-one. Where the hell is Barton Fisher going? Fisher coming out the top rope, diving in a crowd and missing everybody. Fisher dumping Draven over the top rope. Draven hanging on. The other side of the ring. Double team action up on Bennett. Draven dumped with a suplex. White Dragon now starting to dominate. Draven rolling to the outside. Max Bennett getting pinned right now by JT Wells. Fisher there to save. You really got to keep an eye on your opponent or your partner in these matches, folks. Before you know it, you've lost your partner and you may not even see anything happen. Kushida Satora with a shot to the face of Barton Fisher. Draven still on the outside, trying to get back into this contest. Fisher up and over. Got Kushida Satora up on his shoulder. Into a backbreaker. Nice move by Barton Fisher. Draven with a spine buster on Taylor Briggs. So much action at one time inside the ring. Good Lord, it's hard to see what's going on. Draven now the suplex on Max Bennett. Fisher there to save him. Codebreaker lands on Draven from Barton Fisher. Cover on Draven. Draven gets the shoulder up. This match is already getting out of control here. Brainbuster now. We got two covers going on. Akira Matsuda. Matsuda eliminated by Hagen Carr. Meanwhile, Draven's been pinned for almost a minute by Barton Fisher. But Bob was out of position. Forearm now to Hagen Carr from Barton Fisher. One half of the White Dragons is eliminated, and Barton Fisher just hit a code breaker on Hagen Carr, and then a clothesline to the face. Hagen Carr recovering quickly, getting back to his feet. Kushida Satora, the only member left alive for the White Dragons. Max Bennett with a sleeper on Taylor Briggs, now in a rear naked choke. Rope break keeps him out of it. Fisher and Taylor Briggs down on the outside. Barton Fisher coming off the top of an elbow drop onto JT Wells. 2 count, almost elimination again. Again, folks, you gotta watch over your shoulder. Your head's gotta be on a swivel. 2 count again. Repeated pinfalls. Bob is out of his element here, folks. Bob is out of his element. Too much going on. Bennett there to save his partner. JT Wells now with an arm lock on Max Bennett. Trying to bend the man out, trying to get a submission here. Both members of the Entourage now rolling on the outside. DDT on Hagen Carr. But look at Hagen Carr bounding right back to his feet. Puts Kushida Satora up on his shoulder. Kushida fighting out with elbow drops. Both members of the Entourage on the outside. Taylor Briggs rushes the outside, and Max Bennett lights him up with a clothesline. Bennett now setting up a table. Fisher now, both members of the Entourage on the outside. DDT inside by Taylor Briggs on Hagen Carr. Hagen Carr's been eliminated. Hagen Carr, one half of the Gladiators eliminated by JT Wells. Both members of the Entourage now outside fighting with Draven, the other member of the Gladiators. Hagen Carr now on his own, much like Kushida Satora from the White Dragons. Draven taking the table to the back of the head. JT Wells now inside. Samoan drop on Kushida Satora. Barton Fisher now on the inside all alone with Kushida Satora. Got him up on the feet. Up on the shoulders, I'm sorry. Takes him down into the backbreaker. Does Barton Fisher cover on Satora. Both members of the White Dragons now eliminated. Never would have thought that, folks. Bennett now on the outside. Barton Fisher now on the outside. Both members of the Entourage, folks, have been playing a smart game here. You see Barton Fisher over with his partner, Max Bennett, who's still on the ground. checking on each other. We got a cover on the inside. Almost JT Wells there to break up the pinfall. The Entourage, the only full team, I believe. Oh no, 24K and the Entourage, the only ones left in the ring, full tag teams, along with Draven up over the top, counters out with Barton Fisher. Exploder suplex now from Draven. Can you imagine Draven being able to pull this off and eliminate both these other teams in this contest? What a monumental statement that would be for the Eliminator or the Gladiators to make. Right now, Draven going one-on-one. German suplex lands from Bennett. Hard impact on Draven. Bennett now with the cover. Draven kicks out. Taylor Briggs lands the big suplex on Barton Fisher. Bennett there to save the day for the Entourage. Kick to the midsection. Taylor Briggs fighting out. 24K and the Entourage left. Suplex on JT Wells. Taylor Briggs has got Draven up. He's got him up. He lands it. Gladiators are eliminated. 24K and the Entourage. This has now become a 2-on-2 tag team match. The Entourage and 24K. Bennett. Belly suplex on Taylor Briggs. Barton looks terrible in the corner, folks. He can barely move. Bennett moving around the ring. Exploder suplex coming. Taylor Briggs dumped over the top of his head. JT Wells in the ring left alone. Covered by Barton Fisher. Fisher pins JT Wells. The Entourage left alone with Taylor Briggs. Barton in the ring. Uppercut now by Fisher. Folks, this is all but over. Taylor Briggs has a mountain to climb, and in his way is the Entourage. Again, I want to know what Morgan Steiner has been giving his men. Oh, Taylor Briggs takes a ladder to the face from Bennett. And a shot to the midsection now. I want to know what Steiner has given the Entourage. We have seen the level of performance that Seth Walker is performing at, which is unprecedented. He's never looked better in his career. We've seen Mark Collins doing ridiculously well as the Internet Champion. And now the Entourage doing what they're doing. Kick to the face now. Max Bennett now picking up Taylor Briggs by a foot. Oh my God! The kick to the face. Taylor Briggs fighting right out, but Fisher there to cut him off. Bennett rolling to the outside. Fisher's got him up on the shoulder. Takes him down into the backbreaker. Fisher now stalking Taylor Briggs. This is outstanding. Taylor Briggs counters. But Barton Fisher turns it right around. Knee cracker again from Barton Fisher. Taylor Briggs rolling into the corner, can barely move. Fisher now with that ladder. Folks, this is a terrible spot. I hate to see Taylor Briggs in this. I'm a 24K fan. Kick to the midsection, now headbutt. Again, Barton Fisher lighting up Taylor Briggs. Fisher or Bennett on the outside. What's he got in store here? Drive-by draw kick to the head of Taylor Briggs and feeds him right to Barton Fisher. Sends him careening into the ladder. Fisher now slamming him through the ladder. Turn around again. By 1/2. Uh-oh. Up and over Angle slam. Shades of Kurt Angle. We've got a pin. The Entourage. The Entourage will challenge Pain and Terror for the XFW Heavyweight Championship titles. The words coming out of my mouth, I don't even believe. But folks, seeing is believing. And the Entourage will challenge Pain and Terror for the Tag Team Championships. There's the elimination on Akira Matsuda. And there again, Hagen Carr lighting him up. I just realized Hagen Carr. These two young men, now in the phenomenal position they're in, will challenge Pain and Terror. Folks, that's our main event for the evening. Thank you for tuning in to XFW. We hope to see you next week when we're back on XFW Ground Zero Wednesday night.